Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Small Streamer Diaries. Small Streamer Diaries is a video series that I run on my YouTube channel, and it is about things that I learned as a streamer, my journey along the way, misconceptions that I've learned about streaming, what it's like to actually stream, things like that. I also do live streaming of various games on my YouTube channel, so come and check it out. But I thought this series might be better as a podcast. So here we are doing it as a podcast. And the first episode is going to be about the different streaming platforms. So I started on Twitch. A few months later, I moved to YouTube. There has been a lot of debate in the streaming community about which platform you should stream on. So I have a lot of things to say about that. There's a lot of discussion to be had there. And with me today, I have my friend Polybius of Arcadia. Polybius, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on the first episode of the podcast. This is cool. This is really cool.
Thank
Glad to
you
be a
for
part of it.
joining. So, Polybius, tell us about yourself.
Okay, I currently stream on YouTube. If you want to check out my channel, it's Polybius of Arcadia, but I started off on Twitch and I have switched over since. But I started off on Twitch in about 2014 and I stopped it around 2017. So I took a long break in between of streaming from then until I got onto YouTube, and I finally got back into it. And I had to make a decision whether to go to Twitch or YouTube, and I chose YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that is currently where I'm at right now.
And what do you stream on your channel?
On my channel, I currently I live stream games of pretty much anything, but mostly World of Warcraft right now, a private server. But other than that, I can stream anything that people request, or if I have interest, I'll take take a look into it. But I also do retro games, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, those kind of games, Dreamcast, anything. So my channel is all about gaming or just memes in general, memes, gaming.
Yeah. Okay. So, why did you move from Twitch to YouTube? That's a question I get from everybody. So, Polybius, tell me, why did you move from Twitch to YouTube?
From my personal move from Twitch to YouTube, it was more of just a choice. It was like I had to make a choice because I got back into it this year, and I always knew that I was going to start back up on YouTube whenever I was going to come back to stream, but I didn't know when. Well, this year was finally the time, and I saw that YouTube was finally getting up to par with Twitch's feature set, like rating. If you want to call them live redirects, you can. I'm just going to call them rating.
Yeah, YouTube,
And
please change that name.
yeah, and it just seems like it was a better deal too. And I don't know, Twitch, for me, whenever I started growing on Twitch, it wasn't very fast because I streamed for maybe 2 or 3 years, 2.5. And the most followers that I gained were around like 260. And that none of them stuck around. I never got more than like 5 people in my streams at a time. If I was, lucky, I'd get like 10. But that was very rare. So I decided that YouTube, the biggest reason I went to YouTube is because it saves the videos directly whenever you're done streaming. And I really don't like editing all that much. So I might as well just go on YouTube, stream, and then, edit the metadata on it and get it in the algorithm so people can watch it later on.
Yeah, and a lot of people, that's one of my reasons too, and a lot of people are like, well, you could just take your streams on Twitch and then put them on YouTube. And that I used to do that, but I noticed that they always got less views than if I just streamed directly on YouTube. So I think it's probably YouTube just pushing out their own streams if you stream directly on YouTube, which makes sense.
Yeah, that definitely has to come into play too, because you're already streaming on the site. As if you weren't, you wouldn't be getting the views in the first place. So whenever the video goes up, you get even more views after you're done. So I chose that for that reason, because whenever you're done on Twitch, whenever you're done streaming on Twitch, you can't make any money. You have to be live, right? I
Yeah.
mean, is that I can't I don't know all of the rules for Twitch now, but I know that there's like some clips that you can make. I don't know if they can make money though.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So as far as I know, there really isn't a way to monetize if you're offline on Twitch. And that's one of the biggest reasons I went to YouTube too, is because I don't want to feel like I have to be live all the time. Like there's so much pressure when you're on Twitch. Like I've
Yeah,
seen people turn down like fun things to do, like events, vacations, like tournaments, whatever, just
right,
because they're like,
right.
oh, I have to go stream on Twitch. And I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Like,
that's ridiculous.
yeah, like that's silly. And so I don't do it full time. Like I have a full-time job. I have to, do regular life stuff like
Of course.
do chores and grocery shopping and work out, and I have a dog and I like to travel and I have like friends and family, and so like I can't be
Sure.
live the majority of the time. So I was like, okay, well, I want to be somewhere where I can grow offline just as much as I grow online.
Right. And yeah, YouTube absolutely gives you that ability to do so. You can not even, you can make clips out of your streams and post it, and it'll get you watch hours, it could get you subscribers, viewers for sure. And you can't do that on Twitch. You can't just upload a video or any kind of short video, especially shorts now. I We should definitely talk about that phenomenon, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not really a phenomenon, but it's been around for a while. TikTok's been around for a long time now, but YouTube is finally adapting TikTok's algorithms and style, like the vertical format of videos, the short form content, and it's starting to get really good. Now, I never really used TikTok. I've uploaded like 2 videos, but in hopes to get more people over to my YouTube channel, but it never went anywhere, so I just stopped. But YouTube is definitely pushing out that shorts content for sure, and it's helping me tremendously. Actually, that's one of the biggest things that's helping me and my channel get subscribers is the short content. It
Yeah,
just
and now
does
they're
really
having
well.
shorts recommend long form content too.
Yeah, yeah, they're gonna evolve that shorts algorithm even further. So I'm gonna be looking forward to seeing what YouTube's gonna do with that, because that's just huge. I'm just seeing huge numbers within short hours. Just
Hmm.
a few short hours, I can see 1 to 2,000 views on a short video that on they're already on the platform that I want them to be on, where my live streams are. So they can hit that subscribe button, not on Instagram, not on TikTok. They don't have to get a link to go to YouTube. They're just there. They're already there. They hit the subscribe button and they see all my videos going forward.
Yeah,
That's
I
really
I've been
powerful
saying,
there.
yeah, and I've been saying there's no bad streams on YouTube. Like everything contributes to you getting a YouTube partner. Like every short, every video, every stream you do, it all keeps contributing constantly. Like when you're on Twitch, if you stream for 4 hours and only like 1 to 5 people come in, like, I mean, I'm sure we would really appreciate those 5 people coming in, but in the sense that it doesn't really help you get to partner, it's kind of like a useless stream. And then
Right.
you spent so much time streaming and you didn't get any closer to 75 average viewers.
Right. And that's wait, is that the required amount you have to get to 70? You have to get
Yep.
75 in to get partner? Wow.
Yeah, you have to have 75, you have to average 75 viewers in 30 days to get partner.
That's okay. That's I don't know. That's crazy. But yeah, Twitch, the way Twitch does their monetization does not make sense to me, and it's starting to make even less sense to me as the days go on. But this one, I know YouTube is definitely harder to get partnered because you need those watch hours. And I just wanted to correct one thing: is shorts don't help you get watch hours toward partner on YouTube, because you can, easily exploit that,
Yeah.
if you have like one good short that's getting you like 50 watch hours and it only took you like 2 minutes to make, they don't count that. But subscribers do count. Subscribers definitely do
Yeah, yeah.
on shorts.
Yeah,
So
shorts don't contribute to your watch hours, but I do get some
right,
subscribers from shorts, and then it just brings visibility to
yeah,
your
yeah,
channel. So it could turn into watch
and
hours. Like if somebody sees a
exactly
short and they like you and they go to your channel and they start watching your videos,
right.
then that
Secondhand
could turn
watch
in.
hours,
Yeah, secondhand watch hours. Yeah.
yeah. So that yeah, just all in all, YouTube is killing it right now in all the aspects of all the different popular parts of the internet. I think that they're doing a really good job. I know people really didn't like the community post thing when that came out, but I think it's amazing.
Really?
Like,
People didn't like it?
yes, people were like, "Oh, this is YouTube. It isn't Facebook." They were all mad about it, but I just find it incredibly useful because, again, you don't have to have a third party application to address your subscribers. You
Mm-hmm.
just post on YouTube. You can make a poll, a text post, or post an image or whatever. I hope they keep expanding on that feature because I really like it.
Yeah, it always seemed really silly to me that the advice to grow on Twitch was to go to another platform and then grow an audience there and then bring them over to Twitch. And I was
Right,
like,
that just
what?
seems wrong.
Yeah. I was like, that's silly. Like, so if, let's say, most people choose YouTube because it's such a good platform. So it's like, let's say you choose YouTube as the platform you want to grow on, and then you grow
Yeah,
an audience there. And it's like, well, why wouldn't you just stream there then too? Since you already have an audience on YouTube, they would
right.
watch you stream on YouTube.
And I could see that advice making sense 2 years ago when YouTube streaming wasn't really great because it really wasn't good back in the day. Back a few years ago, you couldn't really make a scheduled stream. I don't think you could copy like previous stream settings. You can't just like, reuse stream details. You had to painstakingly put the details in every time you wanted to go live. But they made that so much better. They have partners now, of course, like the partner chat, membership chat. They have all this stuff for monetization. It's just blowing my mind. Once I got monetized a couple weeks ago, they started all these like monetization features started rolling in.
Mm-hmm.
Ads, which I don't use ads on my channel. As long as I have a full-time job, I'm not going to put ads on my channel. But I set up partnerships where you can, donate 3 tiers, $1 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month tiers, and what else? There's the shopping. There's like merch, YouTube integrated Teespring and Spreadshop into the actual YouTube, you know, page or YouTube channel. If you go to the shopping channel,
Mm-hmm.
like on any given channel who has it, you can buy their merch directly from YouTube. You don't have to go to any site
Yeah.
at all. You just buy it directly there. It's crazy. And then what else did I get? I got something else: super chat, super stickers, all that fun stuff, emojis for chat, custom emojis. YouTube's definitely catching up, and they're catching up really fast.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, even if you had ads, like the ad viewing experience on YouTube is way better than on Twitch.
Yeah, it definitely is because I hate going to Twitch now. There would be a time where I would go to both YouTube and Twitch because, well, Twitch just had, a better interface for sure
Mm-hmm.
than YouTube, and somewhat it still does for video games at least. And YouTube definitely needs to work on their gaming landing page to make it easier to find live streams. I hope they work on that soon. But um, originally, wait, what was I saying? Were we talking about the which
About
remind
ads.
me? Oh, ads. I go on these wild tangents. Okay, yeah, ads. I don't like going on Twitch because it's just incredibly annoying to watch an ad. It's
Yeah,
just
you get
annoying.
like 5 unskippable ads in a row. And
Right.
then Twitch doesn't even, they don't have that thing that YouTube has where YouTube like knows when you've just watched an ad, and if you've just watched an ad, they're not going to show you another one if you just skip over to another stream or another video. But Twitch
Yeah.
doesn't have that. So if you click on a stream and you get hit with like 5 unskippable ads and you're like, "Oh, I don't want to watch this." Next stream, you get hit with another 5
Right.
unskippable ads cuz Twitch doesn't know you've just watched ads.
that's painful to watch. And yeah, it makes sense because Google owns YouTube and Google is pretty much an advertising company.
Yeah.
So they're world class at knowing how to make that tolerable, I suppose.
Hmm.
So yeah, another point for that, but I just still just say in my opinion, YouTube Premium is worth it. You
Yeah.
could buy it yearly now. It's not too much. And I'm not
Yeah.
trying to shill YouTube Premium, but it is worth it.
Yeah.
It is a worthwhile investment in my opinion.
So when you switch from YouTube or from Twitch to YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
did you get any negative reactions from people?
Not really, no. I didn't bring my viewers from Twitch over to YouTube though. The Twitch viewers that I had really just kind of fell off and I never really saw them again.
Yeah.
So I didn't make any fanfare about making a YouTube video or a channel. I just kind of made one and started from scratch.
Hmm.
So yeah, I don't think there was really much bad feedback regarding why I was streaming on YouTube rather than Twitch. I think people were just, you know, okay with it. But there were times where I was researching this actual topic. And this was a couple of years ago, at the very least, where I was trying to figure out whether to go to Twitch or YouTube. And I found a channel. I was just, searching for live streams and, talking to them, asking them how they liked YouTube. And surprisingly, a lot of them were like, yeah, I'm on YouTube, but I want to go to Twitch. And I was just like, okay, that didn't make any sense to me. But so I don't understand. Some people have their motivation to go over to Twitch right now. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't see anything good coming out of Twitch, the company. Any
Yeah.
good decisions whatsoever. It seems like all of their key decision makers when the site was actually good are gone, long
Hmm.
gone, and there's no actual replacement. It's just a husk in this dying company
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to rob their consumers blind because they don't have an algorithm. And from what I understand, they're trying to sell, or they at least did this in the past where they tried to sell boosts, right? You could buy boosts for somebody and it'll
Hmm.
show on the front page for a short period of time.
Yep.
That's just like selling you the solution to the problem,
Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't feel that Twitch treats its streamers and creators very well. And I mean, I had the opposite experience. Like when I went to YouTube, well, it was more like my friends on Twitch, or well, I guess they were pretty much the same as my viewers, but
uh-huh.
they were like, "What? Why would you go to YouTube?" Like everyone thought I was
Hmm.
crazy. And because they were like, well, YouTube is not the place for streaming. Nobody watches streams on YouTube. But that's actually another reason I wanted to go, is because people weren't really streaming on YouTube. I mean, there are a
Yeah,
lot of streamers, but relative to Twitch, like Twitch has so many more streamers than YouTube does. So I wanted to be someplace that it wasn't so oversaturated.
right. And at that time, I would imagine like there was only Mixer to choose from between YouTube and Twitch.
Hmm.
So, I mean, Mixer was not very good. I don't think Mixer had anything going for it at all, like at all. But YouTube, yeah, it didn't have the streamers, but it definitely had the infrastructure. It just didn't have the tools for the streamers.
Yeah.
But as you adopted early into YouTube, creating content as a live streamer, you're already ahead of the game. So
Hmm.
I just think that that's another reason why, if you want to really capitalize on YouTube's come up right now would be the time.
Yeah.
Now would be the time before it's too late.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, I think as content creators, like we need to be innovative and we need to be creative, because all the biggest streamers now, they started streaming when like people weren't really watching like gaming streamings. Like they were the ones that made streaming what it is today.
Of
And
course.
people thought watching somebody else play games live was stupid at the time, but now they're
Right.
like the top streamers and making like millions of dollars. Now everybody wants to be one of them.
Yeah. So you just have to, it's a risky move, but it's not so risky. It's just more of an educated guess. Where do you think things are going to be in the next couple years? Well, if Twitch keeps making these horrible decisions and they're not doing anything about it whatsoever, where do you think Twitch is going to be in a couple of years? What platform would you rather be established on and have a larger presence on before the downfall? I mean,
Yeah.
you can only ignore it for so long before the
Yeah.
company just goes belly up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
No.
definitely, do your research on these things, because what I find is that most people don't do their research. And so they don't even know the things that YouTube has now. Like, they don't even know YouTube has raids slash live redirects. They don't know that YouTube has like gifted memberships. They don't know all these things, and they're just on Twitch just because they're like, oh, well, but people stream on Twitch. That's where everybody's streaming. So I have to be there too.
Right. And up until this podcast, I think it's excusable because these are just recent features. So once everybody sees this podcast, all of the million fans that are
Yeah.
going to click this, definitely 100%. Now you know that these features exist, and there's a ton of little features too that people don't use, and I think that people should use more often, like at tagging in
Yeah.
titles and descriptions and a whole list of other things that I could just go
Yeah.
pick apart right now. But
Honestly, though, I think I mean, because I went to YouTube before they had live redirects or gifted memberships. And I think, honestly, you should get there before those things happen. Like, don't wait until a platform makes themselves good or what you want it to be. Get there before that happens. Because when
yeah,
Twitch early on, when Twitch was getting big, they didn't have all the stuff they have now. It's because it was getting so popular that they added all this stuff. It's not the other way around.
right. So
And
yeah, it's
yeah, you want
you
to get
should
there
get in
early.
now.
Yeah, exactly.
But
You want to get
even
there
then,
early.
even if I think YouTube does have a good, I mean, let's talk about the algorithm for a second. Even if there were to be new people starting out later on than expected, even if they weren't switching from Twitch to YouTube, let's just say somebody wanted to start streaming in 5 years. Well, I mean, YouTube does have the algorithm that'll help that your videos get out to people,
Hmm.
fast. So you're not reliant on other third party social media stuff like you were saying earlier. You could just make one video with 0 subscribers and get 1,000 views. You don't have to have anything else. You don't have to go outside of YouTube.
Yeah.
So it is possible to do better faster on YouTube, even if you're late to the game. But if you want to carve out bigger markets, I guess now would be the time to start, or a year ago
Hmm.
would be a time to start. But that's how it is now, and just Twitch doesn't have that. Twitch does not have an algorithm, and that's just one reason why I could never go back.
Yeah, and people tell me all the time is like, oh, but YouTube's algorithm is only really good for videos. It's not good for streams. But they are improving that algorithm all the time because, okay, so since I got told that by people, I have been asking almost every new person that comes into my stream, or sometimes they just tell me on their own. I'll ask them like, how did you find my stream? And they'll be like, oh, well, YouTube recommended it to me. Like, they'll be looking up the game that I'm playing, and
Yeah,
YouTube will be like, oh, hey, you're looking up this game. Rebecca is playing this game right now. You should go
yeah,
check that out.
that's generally how I find people too.
Yeah.
Whenever I want to look for a game or a specific thing,
Yeah.
that's how I
So
find them.
yeah, so they're improving the live streaming algorithm all the time. So
Right.
it's not just for videos anymore.
Yep, and it's getting better because I have to say firsthand, whenever I started streaming back in February, it took me a couple months, but I want to say around April, I was streaming Sonic the Hedgehog. It was a few days before the new movie came out, and this was a live stream. And I had not done too many live streams, before then. I went live, and within 20 minutes, I had 200 people in my chat room. And by the end of the live stream, I had like 40 left in my chat room,
Hmm.
and the video had gotten 4,000 views. And when I was done with it the next day, it had 8,000 views in total.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I was like, this is the place. YouTube is the place for me.
Yeah.
This never happened on Twitch, nor could it ever happen on Twitch.
Yeah. So you grew just as much offline than you did online.
Right. Yeah, it was insane. I it was incredible. 200 people. I never thought I would ever see that kind of number anytime soon, at least, but it was like
Mhm.
one of my first streams.
Yeah.
I guess YouTube had put me in their live now for the Sonic category, and I was just like on the front page for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people are really underestimating the value of like an offline view. Like people are only going to Twitch because first of all, like it's just Twitch's name. It's just
Yeah,
like Twitch established themselves as like the live streaming platform for gamers, and so everybody wants to go there even if it's not the same platform it used to be, but they're
right.
just so attached to this idea of Twitch, and then they're all they're focusing on is just the live viewership. So I have people saying, well, I tried YouTube, I tried Facebook, tried Trovo, whatever, and I didn't get as many live viewers as I did on Twitch. So I went back to Twitch. But it's like, people can view your stuff on YouTube at any time. So it's like, is that worth less just because you're not live?
No, it's worth way more in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I think people just aren't thinking about those things, I think.
Yeah, and it's just strange to see because I don't know why they wouldn't think about those kind of things. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is why I really encourage people to do your research on these things because people aren't doing that. And so they just still think of Twitch as like, oh, but that's the place to stream. That's where streamers are. So I have to be there too. And they think I'm crazy because I left Twitch.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you're crazy. I think it's just a
Appreciate
good
that.
move. I think it's just a good move.
Yeah. So is there anything that you like about Twitch?
If there's anything I do like about Twitch, it's the hosting feature where while you're offline, you can host somebody else's stream. But I don't know if that would work on YouTube because of the way things are set up. But I'm not
Hmm.
sure if they
Which
could make
Twitch
that
is
work.
removing hosting now.
What? They're
Yeah.
removing it?
Yeah.
What? Wait,
Hmm.
did they give a reason why?
Not really,
Or
other
just
than they just said something like, oh, well, we didn't feel like it fit the live streaming experience because people go to your page and they just want like to see somebody live immediately.
yeah.
It was some weird
Okay.
wording about like, oh, it didn't fit like the live streaming experience.
That is strange. Like if people didn't use it, if people didn't like it, I could understand that. But if people liked it, then I don't see. I don't. That's really weird. Okay, I guess that's not coming to YouTube anytime soon. But it was
Yes.
just one thing that I thought was cool back in the day because I could host all my friends that I was trying to boost up to. The same amount of subscribers
Yeah.
as I was.
Yeah,
But
so
I guess there's
Twitch
that in a way
just
too.
announced this about the
Oh,
hosting. So they
really?
just
Like
announced it like a day ago.
really? I didn't even know.
Yeah, so okay, let me look it up. So host mode is leaving on October 3rd. And
Wow,
then
that's
okay, I'm going
soon.
to read you the exact words that they wrote so that I don't have any sort of like interpretations about it. Okay, why
Okay.
are you removing host mode? We introduced host mode in 2014 to make it easy for streamers to give their viewers another stream to watch when they went offline. Since its launch, we've learned that streamers want to share their viewers with other streamers to help them grow and have introduced features that help you do that. So I guess they're talking about raids.
Okay.
We made
Okay.
the decision to remove this feature because the experience it delivers to viewers doesn't match their expectations when they come to Twitch. Viewers want to interact with the streamer when they're live, and host mode blocks this from happening.
Huh.
I guess because
Okay.
they're not directly in the stream when they go to your channel and you're hosting somebody else, they have to like actually click on the stream to go into it.
Oh, okay.
Preventing,
Interesting.
and then it finishes off with preventing viewers from interacting with the streamer they're watching also limits a streamer's growth potential because they're not able to build meaningful connections with these new users. So that's the
Okay.
reasoning that they gave.
It seems like a pragmatic reason, but I don't know. I always liked it whenever it was a thing back in the day, but maybe the way they do things over there that it doesn't make sense
Yeah.
anymore. It doesn't really make sense on YouTube as it is right now, so
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people are upset about hosting being removed, but I mean, personally, I don't really know that it helped people a whole lot. So
right. It
I don't see
definitely
it as
didn't
like a
help
huge
me.
deal.
it was just kind of cool because it was like running your own TV station or something. It
Yeah.
was just like a novelty thing more than anything super useful.
Yeah. So, what do you think about other streaming platforms? Like there's Facebook Gaming and then there's Trovo. Do you know Trovo?
I've heard of Trovo, but I do not know much about it at all. I just know the name.
Okay, so it's actually set up more like Twitch. Like the
Hmm.
interface looks more like Twitch.
Okay.
So the stream and like the chat, it looks similar to Twitch, except it's its colors are like green instead of purple. It's like
Oh,
green and black instead of purple
okay.
and black, or I guess white if you have light mode on.
Sure.
But they have a lot of things on there that like I don't understand, because they have these things that are called like elixirs and spells and stuff, which I
Huh.
guess are similar to like bits and super chats and things like that, but they don't give like a
Oh,
very clear explanation on their website. So
right.
I don't
So
know a
it's
whole
just
ton about
fancy.
it, but I was actually surprised when I went on it. I was surprised by how many people are on there. I mean, there's not as many
Really?
as like YouTube or Twitch, but there are like numbers in like the thousands that are on there.
Okay. That's not bad. I've only heard of it, and I do hope that there is good competition for YouTube streaming. I really do. I don't hope Twitch fails. I actually hope they do well, and I hope YouTube does well, and I hope Trovo becomes another third party in the streaming game, and they all innovate together.
Yeah.
Competing for one another's dollars.
Yeah.
So I'm not hoping anything fails. I just hope that these companies do well, and I just hope YouTube comes out on top because that's where I'm at right now. And I just think that YouTube has the infrastructure because you know sites come and go. Like I'm not sure if Twitch could even be around in 5 years,
Hmm.
but YouTube sure will be. I know that because it's just so massive.
I agree.
I don't know how much Amazon really cares about Twitch as like a what do you call it, like an umbrella
Yeah.
company thing.
Yeah, I totally agree. And everybody knows what YouTube is, but not everybody knows Twitch.
Right.
So if I say to people like when I was on Twitch, if I said to people like, "Oh, I stream on Twitch," I had like half the people I talked to be like, "What's that?" But if I said, "Oh, I stream on YouTube," they're like, "Oh, okay, they know what YouTube is." I've
Yeah,
never met anyone
yeah.
that doesn't know what YouTube is.
Right. I mean, everybody's grandma has a YouTube
Yeah.
account,
Yeah.
not a Twitch account though.
Yeah. So I don't know if you heard, but another giant streamer went from Twitch to YouTube. YouTube signed Foosley, who is like this really big streamer on Twitch. And so that's
I,
like, what is that, like five giant streamers that left this year?
I've been loosely keeping track of what's been happening, mainly by whenever I'm in your streams and you're talking about it. I kind of learn about it too, but I've also been watching some more recent news videos by Critical and Asmongold, and they've been talking about the drama that's surrounding the Twitch fallout because I saw that Ninja rage quit
Mm-hmm.
during
Yep.
Fortnite,
Saw that too.
and then from what I understand, Pokimane is now going elsewhere or just left, right?
She said that she's going to scale back on her streaming hours, but she's not
Oh,
leaving streaming.
okay, okay,
She just re-signed with Twitch earlier this year. So
okay, okay,
Twitch contracts are usually 2 years. So I think
sure.
she's locked in for another 2 years. But she did say she was not going to be streaming as much anymore. And then Ninja, his partner checkmark on Twitch is gone now.
Right,
So
right.
he must have not
Yeah.
re-signed.
Yeah, I don't think so. And then he just quit. And
Yeah.
then yeah, and then I don't know this new name you're talking about, the
So
most recent one.
yeah, so she's a big streamer, friends with like Pokimane and Valkyrae and those guys, and she streams a lot with them.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
like I think it's been like almost every single month this year that YouTube has gotten like a really big streamer.
Yeah, it's so strange. Like it seems like a sports event, like a NFL draft or
It is.
something.
That's what I was thinking too. It's like when pro sports players leave and there's like a and they go to a different team and it's like this giant announcement, and then every single one of these streamers has like an announcement video too.
Yeah, it's just the culture around that is like very Twitch culture, I think.
Yeah.
Because you don't see that a lot. You don't see people going from YouTube to Twitch making like these big elaborate things, I don't think. Because I don't know. Twitch has its own culture to it, I think. And it's very gatekeepy, I think, in certain aspects. Like you have to keep up with every single meme or else you're just not going to get like what any of the emojis mean, and then you're expected to know all these streamers and what they're doing and what they're streaming. And on YouTube you really don't have that. It's just kind of everything is disconnected from politics and drama of like what Twitch has.
Hmm.
There's not really that on YouTube. There is some, but it's usually streamers that just kind of get notoriety for themselves and not pulling in others. But there's definitely been YouTube drama for sure, but it's not really been live streamer drama.
Hmm. Oh yeah, I definitely agree. I've definitely found YouTube to be less toxic than Twitch. I think Twitch can be they can be very clicky. Like people like tend to stick to just the streamers that they like. They don't really go to new streamers, which is another problem with discoverability on Twitch. And
Yeah.
so people are like very attached to the culture on Twitch, but I mean, I got to Twitch way after all these big streamers got like really big and made streaming what it is. Like I didn't start streaming until like 2021. So June of
Yeah.
2021 I didn't start streaming. And so I got to Twitch after everybody else had gotten there. And so it was like it was really really hard for me to break out as a new streamer.
Yeah, and same for me. Even back in the heyday, the golden age of Twitch before it became this massive thing owned by Amazon. Or actually, it might have been owned by Amazon by 2015, maybe. I'm not sure, but it still wasn't tarnished. It still wasn't completely messed up. There was still, good left in the company. It was still fun to stream on. It was still fun to go on because there was no ads, or at least they were skippable. And
Yeah.
then yeah, as time went on, key people left, and it just became this weird company that I really don't even care to go on anymore. Just
Yeah.
even look.
Yeah, I mean, I just found since I've gone to YouTube, I have found just like more opportunities and more growth than I ever did on Twitch.
Yeah, same. Me too. I was stating earlier that on Twitch, I think my highest subscriber count was, or follower count, I'm sorry, was like 250 or 270, something around there.
Hmm.
But now I'm currently sitting at 1,310 subscribers on YouTube, and I just started this February.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I
when
didn't.
I met you, you were at 1.24k subscribers, and so now
Yeah,
you're at 1.3k subscribers. It's like every time I look at your channel, you're up by like at least another 100.
yeah. I'm trying to get to 1.5 soon. I'm gonna make a push and make more shorts soon, and see if I can get to 1.5, and then that'll be the next milestone.
Yeah. So, what do you think is the future for these platforms? Like, what do you think is going to happen in the future for Twitch, YouTube, Facebook in terms of streaming? Like, do you think Facebook is going to make it? Do you think Twitch is going to make it?
Well, as I was saying earlier, I do hope they all continue to be, continue to exist, and I hope they continue to innovate and, you know, actually compete with one another instead of just sabotaging themselves. That's what I hope the future for the streaming platforms is. But realistically, I don't know. I think Twitch might either go through this huge rebranding ordeal eventually, or maybe Trovo will kind of overtake some of Twitch, and there, who knows where people are going to go from Twitch whenever the ship really does start sinking, like whenever it's hemorrhaging money to where it can't be salvaged anymore, and Amazon just abandons the project. Who knows where they're going to go?
Hmm.
But if that even happens, like I say, I hope it doesn't.
Yeah.
But I hope for the best, and I just think YouTube is currently ready to really start to go toe to toe with Twitch, and it's already happening. I already think they're toe to toe with a lot of things. Just having the algorithm alone is just like a huge boost.
Hmm.
But the tools that we're given on YouTube are continually growing, and I hope that we to continue to get Twitch, the good stuff from Twitch, like some extensions. Even I'd like to see extensions on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, and Ludwig did make an extension for YouTube that makes the chat look just like Twitch.
Oh, okay.
So it's like
I
the people that are saying like, well, Twitch chat is better, they don't really have a reason to not go watch a YouTube stream now. I mean, I guess YouTube, they don't have channel rewards, but I don't know. I mean, that is a reason people have given me before that they don't want to go to YouTube, is like, oh, they don't have channel rewards. They don't have these like little like chat features that YouTube or Twitch has. I'm like, yeah, that stuff is fun, but I want to prioritize my growth and my long-term growth. And I
yeah,
feel that YouTube is the best place for that. Like I feel like Twitch it just gives you really short-term wins, and people like that. Like they get like
right.
this high off of like getting the short-term win. Like affiliate is like really easy to get on Twitch, and so people get affiliate and super fast. I got affiliate in a week, and
Yeah, that's
you
great.
just you feels really good. You're like, oh man, I made affiliate so fast. I'm gonna make partner in like another month, and like
Right.
you got a sub button and when you get an affiliate and people start subbing to you, and you're like,
Yeah,
oh man, I'm
it's
getting money from people. And but then like people that I met like a year ago on Twitch, they have the exact same viewership they do now.
right.
And so it's like
And
you like I think Twitch just keeps people coming back with these like super short-term wins, and then YouTube is like, yeah, you have to be more patient, but it's better long
it's
term.
worth it. It's so worth
Exactly,
it.
yeah.
And speaking of short-term win, I think that Twitch, just the whole deal that they made, what can you remind me what the deal that they made with the partners was? What is a 50-50 cut for everyone now?
So they haven't done that yet, but there was a leak a little while ago saying that Twitch was thinking about releasing partners from exclusivity, which they did.
Oh
So,
yeah,
but that, I mean, they still can't multi stream, but they can now
right.
stream on other platforms, except they can, oh, okay, wait, let me take that back. They can multi stream on like Instagram and TikTok, but they can't
Yes.
multi stream on like Facebook or YouTube, like direct competitors to Twitch or
Right.
platforms that Twitch feels are direct competitors. Because I've done so much research on this now. I feel like YouTube and Twitch, they're just like such different platforms. I don't even know if they're really directly competing. But anyway,
Right.
so they can multi stream to TikTok and Instagram, and they can now stream to YouTube and Facebook and other streaming platforms when they're not streaming on Twitch.
Mhm.
So the leak a little while ago was that they would do that for people, but in exchange, they would take 50-50 from every single sub, like every tier sub.
Wow.
But they haven't
Okay.
announced that part yet, so I don't know what's going on with that. But I did watch a video from Harris Heller where he said he thinks that's coming, because
Yeah.
that's what that leak said. Is like,
Right.
okay,
It's right on the horizon.
we'll give you, we'll release you from exclusivity, but we are going to take 50-50 from all subs. And so Harris Heller was, I mean, he doesn't know for sure, but he was speculating that this is the start of like some bad news coming from Twitch.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like that's exactly what's coming around
Yeah.
the corner.
But I mean, people get mostly tier 1 subs anyway, and Twitch
Hmm.
takes 50% of that already.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not too sure about how the tiers work. I think I left Twitch before that thing kind of happened,
Yeah.
like what tiers of subs are and what that's all about.
Oh, okay. So I thought they always had the tiers, but like tier 1 is $5 a month, tier 2 is $10 a month, and tier
Oh,
3
okay.
is $25 a month. So they have set prices. It's not like on YouTube where you can set your own
Oh, okay.
prices.
Okay.
And So that's another thing that's a plus about YouTube streaming is you can set your own membership prices.
Oh, okay, that's
So
cool.
they take 50-50 from tier 1 subs, and then they take 40% from tier 2 subs and 30% from tier 3 subs. But
Mm-hmm.
the vast majority of subs that people get are tier 1.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense too.
But YouTube gives 70%, they only take 30% of every single sub, no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. So I think, yeah, setting my own prices, that was crazy whenever I get to set up my own membership for YouTube, whenever I got monetized. That was nice because you
Yeah.
could do multiple tiers. You could do like 3 or 4 or 5 tiers, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You're not even stuck to just 2. And you could even have one if you just want just one.
Yeah, Ludwig has, I mean, he's a giant streamer. He makes a lot of money now. So he just has the one tier, which is 99 cents a month. And then he's got
Mm-hmm.
like a gift, his gift membership level, which is $5, which I think
Yeah.
you have to have like a $5 tier if you want gifted memberships. I think it has to be $5.
Oh,
I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up.
okay.
But other than that, he's only got the one. So he is forcing you to only pay 99 cents a month. So unless you
That's a
donate
good
to him, I
move.
guess. But
That's a good move.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he said like, I don't feel comfortable taking money from like people, it's like individual people that worked hard for that money and
Right.
they could be paying their rent or paying for their food with that money. And he's like, I don't feel comfortable like taking that money from people.
That's respectable. But does he have like ads turned on? I take it.
Yeah. And
Okay.
he's one of the biggest streamers. So he's got a bunch of like
Yeah.
brand deals and business ventures and all that stuff.
Right. That's like if I was that big, I'd turn on ads too for sure. But right now, I'm like the opposite. I'd rather not, people have them not watch ads at all because I think they're annoying.
Yeah.
Then and I could also do more on my stream. I could, not be so under a microscope because I don't have advertisers connected to my video,
Yeah.
So it's just I'd rather turn them off for now. But yeah, if I had millions of subscribers, I'd turn on ads. That's a
Yeah.
no-brainer.
Yeah. All right. So to sum up this episode, YouTube good, Twitch bad.
Well, yeah, I mean, in the long run, well, in the right now, YouTube good, Twitch bad, but hopefully, in Polybius's perspective, I hope in the future, YouTube good, Twitch also good,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
I
then
mean, it's
maybe
like,
even Trovo too.
yeah. I mean, some people are happy on Twitch, and I don't want people to leave Twitch if they're happy there, but I think people need to explore their options because I think
I
the
agree.
big majority of streamers would be a lot happier on YouTube. But
Right.
they're
I
just
think a
so,
lot of people would be happier on YouTube just in
yeah,
general.
I agree. And I think
There's so many
I
cool
just think
stuff.
that people are just so attached to the idea of Twitch that they will just not let go.
Right.
Like they just keep repeating, "Oh, but Twitch is where streamers, go to live stream games, so I have to be there too."
I suppose, but I don't know. At the end of the day, would you want somebody like that with that kind of mindset on YouTube anyway? It kind of would bring just, I don't know. Seems like it would breed more toxicity.
Yeah.
Just, in my opinion, just keep Twitch how it is. Just let them do their thing and like the diehards stay there and just be themselves because I
Yeah.
really don't like the Twitch culture. They could keep it there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't have anything else. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I'm good for this episode. It
All
was fun
right.
though.
That was really fun. I love talking about this stuff. So thank you,
Yeah,
Polybius, so much for joining me today.
you're welcome.
Everybody, thank you so much for listening. I will have links to both my channel and Polybius's channel in the description. So please check us out. We stream a lot. So please come
Yes,
say hi when we're streaming. And we both play a variety of games. So whatever you like, we'll probably play it.
indeed.
All right, everybody, thank you for listening. See you on the next episode.
See ya.
Bye.